Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to take a look at a pretty cool gadget for those of you that either make things, design things, or just copy colours. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at DATACOLOR's ColorReader EZ. Now this is a really handy gadget for anyone that is into design in any way, shape or form, whether you work on a production TV set, maybe you are a decorator, a clothing manufacturer. The list is endless, but this is really helpful. So essentially what this is, to put it in a nutshell, is a colour analyzer. So what you can do is with this tiny little device, which costs at the moment in the UK around about £60, which actually I don't think is a particularly high price for this. I think it's very handy for what it is, even if you do use it very seldomly. It could save you an absolute fortune on printing costs, paint costs, reproduction of work, time saved, all that kind of stuff. So £60 isn't a huge amount of money for a device like this. So essentially what it is a colour analyzer, like I said. So there is basically a tiny camera in here which is calibrated. You put it on the device or the piece of furniture or the wall or your car or pillow, suitcase, whatever you want. You can stick it on there as long as it's a relatively flat surface, and it will give you a pretty accurate description of the colour in both hexadecimal. Also it will give you the kind of RGB colours and also as well paint codes and all that kind of thing. So maybe you're shopping from Valspar or maybe you're getting RAL colours, that kind of thing. Lots of the colour fan charts are built into this device and will throw up appropriate options. Now, if you scan something which is slightly off the wall, not literally, but slightly unusual colour, and there's not an exact colour match, it will actually give you a list of backup colours, which are a very, very close approximation to it. So for most things, this is going to be great. Now, one thing I did think of which would be absolutely perfect for people in the TV industry, if you're working on a production set and there's a wall, a background, and it gets damaged or it has to be replaced or something, or just basically needs touching up because it's got some scrape marks from camera equipment or whatever, this is going to be brilliant because quite often you'll have the original paint can, but because the paint is aged, it's had bright lights on it, all that kind of stuff, colours tend to either get darker or fade a little bit depending on what circumstances are. So with this device, you can go over to your wall or whatever it is, press the button and register what the current colour is, not what the colour was originally, which I think for actually TV production work, this is going to be absolutely brilliant and is really handy, really pocket sized. It connects to a phone via Bluetooth, so that's both on Android and iOS devices. You can use it on a phone or a tablet, anything which supports Bluetooth, and you can really easily just keep that in your bag or your travel kit or just basically with your tools. So let's take a look at it, see how it works, and we'll do some practical tests on some of the colours we've got on the desk here. So packaging wise, as you can see, pretty simple, and it does basically what it says on the packet. So accurate colour matching for your home or work, business, whatever it is. The little device is in here. The packaging is a little bit difficult to get into, but we get around that by just cutting into it with a knife, and then you can remove the device. So on the inside, as soon as you remove that, there is actually a QR code and all that kind of stuff. So you can just scan that with your phone and it will get the app on your phone. Again, from the Apple App Store or from the Play Store, both of those are covered. On the back also, it goes into some depth of how to actually set the device up, and to be honest with you, it's very simple. Basically download the app, pair it on your Bluetooth, which it does in the app anyway, calibrate it the first time, and that is generally it. So with that said, let's get on and try some, because this is actually really cool. I really do like this. Okay, so I've got the phone actually recording so we can see how this all works. But essentially the first thing you want to do, the device itself takes two batteries, the CR2032 batteries, so that's going to be nice and easy to replace should you need to. There's also on the back, there's this little lens cap, which actually is also used for the calibration. So when it's in the closed position, that is how you calibrate it. And then when you want to actually use it, open up the lens cap, put it on a flattish surface, such as something like this, press the button on the top, and it'll take a reading. So let's go into the app first of all. So on my phone, I've got the ColorReader app pre-installed. So when you go in, first of all it says wake up ColorReader. So press the button to wake it up, and then give it a couple of seconds to kind of initialize its Bluetooth. Then click on connect and it'll say connecting, and then very shortly after, the device is going to be ready to use. After a few seconds, it'll say the ColorReader is ready. And first of all, what you can do is you can, if you want to, just press the read button on the screen. So press read, and now it's going to take a snapshot of that and give you a color. Now, if the device isn't been calibrated, sometimes it will give you an odd match, which as you can possibly see there. So that isn't particularly what we want to see. So let's close the cap over, and then what we'll do is go into device, and at the top there you've got options for registration, you've got your device info and calibration. So it says there's calibrated, but we'll calibrate it again. Now obviously some things will work better than others. Anything which is translucent you may have issues with, because obviously it's shining a light through it, so do bear that in mind. So yeah, that's calibrated, just double check that. So yeah, we're calibrated. So let's go back to the read and hit read. See if we get a better result this time. No, for some reason it doesn't like that one. So that was a particularly bad option to try that. So again, because it's possibly off, let's turn it on and see what it comes out like now. No, doesn't like that one at all. So that was a particularly bad example. So obviously anything which is slightly translucent, you may have slight issues with. So let's try it on something which isn't translucent. So we'll put the phone down and literally just place this on the side, press the button, and it'll do the same thing. So now it's transferring the color through to the device. Now that has actually worked out much, much better. So as you can see on the phone there, we get the color. So the color is one of the RAL, is the closest match. So that's the RAL 2004. Also, you can click on that and get a better idea of it. Also, you can look at coordinated colors. You can look at a fan deck, so colors that go with it, etc. Coordinating colors, which yeah, you can probably see from the phone on the side there. If we go back, also you can save that as a swatch, and also you can get color data. So then it gives you your hex value, and also it gives you your lab color, and also it gives you RGB colors. So if you're using this, maybe you're doing some visual design on a laptop or computer, etc., using things like Photoshop or other kind of applications like that, then you can put the RGB colors in so you know you've got exactly the right color from the particular item that you're actually trying to represent on the screen. So yeah, really good. And obviously if you're not too sure if your screen's calibrated to the right colors, then you can always use their Spider X Pro or Spider X links are up there, so you can check out that and see how that works with a monitor. So going back, you've also got underneath, you've got other options as well. So there's kind of very close matches. So if there's not an exact match, you can go to the ones underneath, you can scroll through. On this one, there are a couple of other kind of color fans on here. So you can change which ones are actually in use. So there is a list of fan decks. So you can go through from Akzo Nobel, Rao, Sherwin-Williams, Minolta, or Milonta, however you pronounce that, Brulux, GBH, Rust-Oleum, NCS, Faro and Bull, which is quite a popular one. Obviously RAL colours are very popular here in the United Kingdom. Yeah, and the list goes on. So you can actually add new colours to this, or new colour options. If you've got access codes, you can go in and actually put the access codes in and it will give you the new features. So that's all pretty good. Again, this is it's a pretty cool thing to have. Let's try another one. Again, you can put access codes in, like I said, in the device management section. So let's do another one. So this is a as you can see, a relatively colourful cup. So if we just put it on there, again, it's not entirely flat, so the results may vary slightly. Ideally, this needs to be on a flat surface, but actually, no, that's picked up pretty well, and that appears to be M015 or Nova 2024. So yeah, gives you the options there. Again, if you're on like a film set, studio set, you can use this on a flat wall, boom, put it on there and get the appropriate colours, go to the local B&Q or whatever the store is near you, get the paints made up or order the paints, that sort of thing. It just saves you having to worry about it too much. Let's try the green there, so that might be slightly more difficult because again it's on a rounded surface. But no, comes through absolutely fine. Got our colour match on there, and just for the lols we'll do the yellow as well. And that is another RAL colour, so again you've got all the information there. Also you can go into it and go into the colour and look at the colour data again, so you've got again your hex colour, your RGB, your lab colours, etc. And it tells you what range it's from, so if you're looking for a RAL colour specifically like this one is, you can go to the E3 Effects range of colours, put in RAL 260-6 and you can get a spray can or a paint can or whatever it is, and obviously transfer that colour onto whatever else you want to do. So this is perfect for, again, interior designers. This is going to be fantastic for. You can grab yourself a throw cushion or a pair of curtains. Curtains are really a difficult one to match, so you can get a curtain, put it on there, scan it, get the exact colour code, go to your paint store, get the paint made up, and have matching accent colours on your walls that are the same as your curtains, all that kind of stuff. If there's a particular thing you've got, so maybe you've been given a gift, or maybe you like a football shirt and you've got a particular team which is your favourite team, you can just scan the t-shirt as you're wearing it, get the colour, boom, go to the paint store, grab your paint. It's really, really cool. I do like the idea of this. I was expecting it to be considerably more expensive, but I think for £60, even if you're just using it as a hobbyist, I think it's actually a pretty decent investment. If you're using it in a work environment, this thing's going to pay for itself in no time at all. One thing I would have liked to have seen, I'm not sure if it's possible or not, is to actually be able to scan cars and actually get colours from cars. Now I have actually done a couple of these already on both a Ford Fiesta and a BMW outside. It doesn't come up with the actual BMW or Ford paint codes, but it comes up with approximations of, and also comes up with RAL colours, so potentially you could get a colour from that. But I would love to be able to see some way of integrating this into kind of manufacturers' paint codes, which possibly they may do, but probably down to licensing. But again, you may be able to get the access codes for the paint supplier that you generally use, and maybe that is an option. But overall, I think this is a really cool design. It's very, very pocketable, again, with that protection on there. You can quite easily stick it into your pocket or into a bag or something and pretty much forget about it until you need it. Because it only uses those two CR2032 batteries, which we use on a lot of computers and things like that these days, really easy to replace the batteries. So if you're working somewhere and for some reason your batteries start going flat, then it's really easy to get replacement batteries. You don't have to worry about keeping it charged or anything like that. But yeah, very, very cool. Let's see if the BMW blue will come out from the BMW Wrangler. Now it actually says, I'll be interested to see what this comes up as, because it says the highest match is the Dua Nova 2024, and it's a X165 colour. Also, it is a RAL colour in the RAL 650-3. And also, if we click on that again, go into the colour data. So then we've got our RGBs, so it's 0108157. So again, if cars are your thing and reproducing those kind of things on a screen is something that you're doing on a regular basis, then this is really cool. Again, colour-wise, you've got all the colour fans that you can add to. You've got individual palettes as well, so you can produce a palette. So if you're working as an interior designer or designer, whatever, you can go around and if you're walking around with a director or whoever is in charge and they say, right, I really like that colour, we want to see more of that, quick scan, add it to your palette, name the palette. You can even name it a particular set room, so hospital ward 1 for instance, or resuscitation room, or you know, the kind of thing. So anything like that, you can name it, keep your swatches in there. And also you click on the history button and then you can flick through and see the history of colours that you've scanned. As you see, I've done quite a few here now. And I think that one there was the one of the BMW ones. That was our front door. We just had a new front door fitted, which we had a doorbell attached to. And I wanted to see if we could touch up the paint if the doorbell removes any paint. So that is the colour of our front door. That was the BMW at the front. So again, we've got that colour should we need to. I'm not sure if we'll be able to match that, but okay, potentially that is quite a useful thing to have. But again, for home users, designers, professionals, whatever, I think this is actually really worth a look. So there will be some affiliated links in the video description. Out of complete transparency, this was sent to us free of charge for review purposes from the manufacturers. They haven't asked us to say anything. They haven't even given us any guidelines of what to say or to mention in the review. Just check it out, see what you think. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed, and hopefully you will be too. So this has been the DATACOLOR ColorReader EZ. I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.